Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Whew. Happy full moon. As I'm recording this, it was like 2 days after the full moon, so energy has been thick. A lot of themes have been coming up for me, and as I've been taking the past 2 days to really reflect on a lot of what's coming up for me, I feel like I'm in the place to share some of what came through to me to hopefully shed some light on all of your journeys as well. Yesterday I was doing this reading for myself and I had this really impactful analogy that really just made sense because it really connected the dots for me, especially around the full moon, but in general, as we're embarking on our spiritual journey, a lot of deeper wounds and shadowed parts of selves come up. And, oh, hello. He was not having it. Anyway, shadow parts of self come up, and it's our, I guess you can say like responsibility, as this is our life, to take them and learn from them, use these wounds and shadows as our teachers. They all are a part of us for a reason. And sometimes it can be really humbling when certain things come up and, you're able to see this part of yourself that isn't the prettiest, but you want to rise above and do better. So rather than turning away from it and looking away, you look at it as a whole and you shed light to it all, and you love that part of yourself, even if it's not the, like I said before, the prettiest part of you. You still love it because it's an aspect of yourself. And whatever that may be, it got you to where you are now. It's there for a reason. And once you really pick apart whatever that is for you and really understand the whole part of it, it's like when you look at this aspect, let's just say I'm really feeling into, it's like a big blob of like clay, you know what I mean? And it's all over the place kind of. And as you understand and you learn, you smooth out the edges and, you're able to shape it as you work with it and you understand it. And then you're able to create something beautiful out of that big lump of clay. You know what I mean? And that really just signifies that underneath all of our wounds and all of our shadows lies our deepest gifts, and there's so much oomph and beauty underneath it all. And it's just our job to really wield that, to get all that juice that's lying underneath. And through my reading last night, when I was doing it, what came through was using these aspects of ourselves, these shadows, these wounds, as like the fertilizer for the plants that we have yet to grow. Like we use all those shadows and those wounds, that's the fertilizer, and then we're able to plant the new seeds in which we want to manifest and to grow. That takes us to our next level, doing something different with whatever that is. I hope you guys are following. But when we are embarking on this journey, continuing to nourish ourselves and continuously to want to learn, that you can never go wrong with being curious and continuously wanting to be the best version of yourself, even if you may make a mistake, let's say, and you still kind of acted not in your best form at the end of whatever the situation may be, if you're trying to do better, that is what matters. Continuously showing up for yourself, even if the outcome isn't exactly what you desired, you are still putting your best foot forward and you're trying. That will not go unnoticed by the universe, by divine. And, you know, at the end of the day, all actions lead to success when you're, you know, have the right intention behind it. If you really are striving for something and you're backing it up with truly good intention and aligning all your actions to help nourish whatever that may be, it will come. And this just really ties into manifestation and also the law of detachment. This was another huge theme that was coming up for me the past few days because I've been able to instantly manifest more recently, and sometimes it's a little shocking because I'm like, wow, I just did that. I just did that. But a little if you are trying to work towards that, what you can start to practice is, you know, obviously start small. You know, you're not going to be able to manifest something huge right off the bat. It takes time to work on it's a skill, you know? And that also comes with decoding yourself. Then you're able to really embody that creator energy within you. And, you know, when you show up into a space, really become present in your environment. Really tune into all your senses. Feel your body in the space and feel your energy around you. And then once you understand what you want to manifest in the environment, really vocalize that, if that's either in your head or if you have a moment to yourself saying it out loud, and vocalize it, and then fully release it. Be whatever's going to happen will happen. This is the desired outcome. However, I don't need this to happen, but I know this will happen. That's a law of detachment. Having that inner knowing that it will happen, but it's not like you need it to happen. Because remember, that, what's the word I'm looking for? Desperate energy is the opposite of magnetic energy. And when you are truly sitting in the knowing, that is magnetism. But also that comes with expressing your gratitude for everything. So when you want to manifest, it's also important to express your gratitude for all that you have already. And also understanding you have to sit on that frequency in which you already have it. So you can't expect to, let's just say, walk into the coffee shop and get a free cup of coffee if you're not on the energy of the person, of that version of you that already has that free cup of coffee. And yes, I have done this. I didn't expect it to work, but it has worked. And you walk into the room and you on that frequency in which it already happened. You don't have to plan out how it's going to happen. Just be like, okay, I'm going to walk into the space right now and I'm going to get a free cup of coffee, and that's what's going to happen. You know? But not needing it to happen. It's an art form. It's an art form. And the more you practice too, you know, your manifestation will get better. I know I just kind of went on a little side quest there, but it all connects because at its whole, in order to become fully in our creator energy, we need to understand all aspects of ourselves. Like I mentioned in the beginning, those wounds and those shadows. Those are parts of ourselves that there's so much wisdom lying in that, and we have the ability to choose to look and detect and take apart each of that. And then we can learn from that and be like, oh my gosh, this was that shadow side of that, but also here is that divine embodiment of that. It's all a spectrum. Everything's a spectrum. You know, it's the light and the dark. So how can we understand that and bring it over to that divine embodiment version? And that's just something I've been really, been really practicing recently. When a moment comes up and I feel like that in me, it's like, oh, that's not my energy. That feels like old me coming through right now. I really try to, instead of be reactive, sit with myself so I can be responsive in the situation. And you know what? We're all human here, so of course it's okay to make mistakes. Like, it's okay to sometimes act in that moment of your past self. But having the awareness after the fact, being like, that's not who I am anymore. And I'm putting my best foot forward for next time. I will be more mindful to act in my more aligned state. It's a whole part of the journey. It's just being aware when we do act out of line, so we know next time we can act in line again. And soon, well, just like the progression, when we really are at a point where we are fully tethered to our higher selves, to divine, the universe, really grounded in our energy, we're able to move through life in our journey and be able to see all the signs and the breadcrumbs that are each little doorways that are opportunities for us to progress to the next level. The only way to be grounded and aware enough to see it all is to fully be in our bodies and present and literally like be an open channel. Knowing that you are doing the work when you're alone with yourself to really understand all those aspects of yourself. So when you show up in the world, the universe and your guides can have your back and assist you in progressing on your journey. And it's a really beautiful thing, and I'm so blessed in my own journey that I've just seen the progression, and it just really makes me excited to be on here and just share a little part of me, and hopefully something from this you can take away for your own journey as well. And truly just another thing I want to note is how you view the world is so important. Love is that highest frequency, and you really practicing seeing everything as love, even in the darkest moments. Feel into those moments, of course, but shining the light, because love, that is that universal force. Love will always lead the way. And I know it's cliche to say, kind of runs, but really practicing being so grateful and taking the time to really observe the world around you. There's just so many little beautiful moments of life that we're so blinded by sometimes because we're just too much in our head, and we're overthinking or overanalyzing the situation, or even just on our phones scrolling. We miss the beauty of the world so much. So something that I've been practicing too is just really being aware of my surroundings and taking it in, and really just saying to myself, just like, that is so beautiful, like I'm so grateful for this, like I'm so blessed that I'm being able to walk right now in this beautiful scenery, really just vocalizing it, romanticizing our lives. Like, we are the main characters of our own lives, and we deserve to fully be in it in our fullest. And if that makes you a little delulu, so be it. That's my end note there. But thank you so much if you guys have gotten to this part of the video. I hope everyone has a beautiful, abundant day. Peace and love as always, and I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.